Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing great. Gabriela here. In today's video, I wanted to share some tips and also the exercises that you can do for your chest as a woman. I have decided actually to create this video based on one of my videos that I have posted a couple of months ago on my Instagram, and I was really surprised that it actually blew up, but unfortunately I would say not in the right way. And also noticed that many women do not understand the muscles, how to actually train, and the difference between the muscle, the breast tissue. So in this video I will not only show you how to train, but hopefully I will answer any questions you have on this topic. So let's get straight into that. So first things first, what you need to understand is that men and women are different.
Wow.
Okay, everyone knows that. Men do not have breasts because they have different hormones, different build and everything like that. Men only have the muscle and fat, if they store the fat, but we'll get into that in a second. But women on the other hand have the breast tissue, and so we are capable of breastfeeding. And I believe that there is a lot of confusion on this topic because of this. What we need to understand is the difference between muscle, the fat, the breast. We do have all muscles under our skin, under our breasts. We can grow this muscle. However, growing the muscle will not make your breasts to look bigger. They will also not make them look smaller. The main factor that will contribute or affect the size of your breast is unfortunately your genetics. And when I say that, it will all comes down to the fat store on your body. Just think about it that way. Why every single person looks different. Your body and especially your genetics will dictate how much body fat you store and on which part of your body. So this is the whole complex topic on why certain people have stronger upper body and keep more fat on the arms, some people keep more fat on the belly, some of them on the legs or on the bum. The same applies to the breasts. So some individuals, some women have naturally large breasts. Some women, just like me, I had no breast at all. I was not storing the fat in that area. And whether I have bulked up and put on fat, that was literally the last place I have put on fat, and basically I have not. Most of the time I've never seen any changes. When I got leaner, I got even flatter. When I was my bulkiest, by that time, by the certain time, still I could not see them grow. I have never passed in my life probably half a cup. Okay, so this can tell you that you cannot affect whether your breast will grow or will not grow naturally. It depends on your genetics. Yes, they can grow and shrink depending on your body fat percentage. What often happens that some women, they put on a lot of body fat and their breasts will grow. On the other hand, when they get lean, and for example, we can see that many times when they get stage lean, so they are going for the bodybuilding competition and they get lean for the stage, so you need to see the muscle definition, and suddenly they will lose their breasts. It is not because they are training and lifting weights, it's simply because they lost fat from the whole body and the body decided to take from that area as well. After that, when they put on the body fat back after the competition and after a couple of months, they might get the breasts back if they had them previously already. However, certain individuals will never have the breast, just like I had this issue for whole my life. I have never had any breasts. Basically, I was completely flat until the age of 28, and it was a huge issue for me because we all know that it is probably that's why you're here as well in this video, that's why you're watching that, because us women, we are under such a huge pressure of the society to have big breasts or at least certain size, and then you start feeling insecure about yourself. And trust me, I had this feeling since probably 11, 12, 13 years old. When I was expecting that something will grow, but it never happened, and I have waited for another 15 years and it never happened. Unfortunately, not all of us are blessed with bigger breasts or any breasts at all, and that was the point when I decided to do the surgery. I have not decided that time. I was considering it since I was probably 18 years old, so it took me almost a decade to finally do that decision and go under the knife. But I'm not here to tell anyone to do it. I do not tell anyone to not do it. You know yourself what you want to do with your life, okay? Always do your research, understand the risks, understand what does it take to get that done, and make the decision according to your own thinking, preferences, etc. I'm not here to tell anyone and persuade anyone that it's okay or it's not okay or whatever. I just wanted to be completely honest with you, so you understand that when I will show you pictures before, after, do not take it the way that this exercise helped me to have now huge boobs, okay? It did not happen. But on the other hand, I will show you what's the difference between before I had my breast augmentation. On the first picture, you can basically see that I had a very bad posture since I was a child. That was probably because I was very tall and I hated being tall. Also grew very fast. I was always laughed at the same time. So I was trying to kind of make myself smaller. And my posture really suffered. When I started training, I was as well on the same place as you. I had no clue. I thought that training my chest will make me to be even flatter, and then on the other hand, I heard certain comments on that it will actually help me to shape them, but I didn't understand what was true actually. And when I started first, I have been avoiding training my chest, but then on the other hand, I said, okay, I will just introduce some exercises. I will do a couple of sets per week, and actually I enjoyed it. I stopped being scared and having that mindset that it will hurt me, and I actually noticed that I have been feeling much better by training my upper body, training especially my chest, and I have started noticing the improvements in my posture, and also that probably because of the posture the whole thing looked a little bit better, but it did not make me have them bigger. Also, it did not help me to have them smaller. So to answer certain questions, no, lifting will not make your breasts look bigger. It will not make them to disappear. It will come down to your genetics and your fat store. So if naturally you do not have big breasts, and even if you put on a little bit of body weight or fat and it is still not going there, I really am sorry to tell you that it might never happen, because it is just your body's preference where to store fat. So for example, some women keep a lot of fat on the breasts, on the bum. Those, I would say, they are blessed by the gods and they are God's favorite, okay? Some women, just like me, when they put on fat, it will go straight away to their waistline, okay? So that's really annoying. So first, I get all the body fat to my lower back area, belly. After that, something goes on the back of my legs, my bum, as well the back, maybe the arms, and the very, very last place, which have never actually happened, was the breast. So I never stored any fat there, unfortunately. However, this does not mean that you should not be training, and that is absolutely pointless. Always training your upper body and your chest has a huge benefit for your body. Your chest muscles are there for a reason, just like any other muscle in your body. They need to at least get stronger. You do not need to grow your chest necessarily, but you need to practice the movements. And trust me, if you've never trained your chest and you will introduce a few movements that we will go through, you will be feeling so much better. Especially for many people who are sedentary, seated most of the day, you start rounding your back and your muscles of your back, also your chest will start getting really tight. This is a huge problem because your posture is getting worse and you're starting having back pain. And the mistake that many people do when they go to the gym and want to help this issue and improve their posture, they will start pulling exercises for the back. Yes, you will strengthen your back muscles a little bit, however, you are creating even bigger imbalance in your body because you're straightening, you're pulling all the time, or from the top you're pulling, but your back muscles will start getting stronger, and while you are not training your chest and not trying to open up that chest, you will not see the improvement in your posture. I'm not a physio, I'm not a chiropractor, I'm not an osteopath, so please take it that way, but I would say that in my own experience with my clients, training the chest but also shoulders and then of course the back as well, it's crucial for improving your posture. When I've decided to create this video, I wanted to go through these things and I want you to understand what is possible and what you should be doing. I always encourage all of my clients to train the chest as well. Again, not necessarily growing the chest muscles, you will not turn you into looking like a man, like a bodybuilder, but adding a few exercises to your upper body workouts and to your whole routine will actually help you to improve your posture. You will feel better. It can reduce the back pain as well, and trust me, when you will start doing these exercises and train your chest in the stretch position, you will instantly feel much better. Okay, let's go to the gym. Okay, so before we move on to the actual exercises, you need to know how to train your chest. There are two movement patterns for the chest, and those are pressing movements when you bend your arms in your elbows, and also the flying movements. Once you will understand the positioning for both, it does not matter that much what kind of machine you use, whether you use cables, whether you use dumbbells, same position always applies. Of course, it then matters what kind of incline you use, for example, and you are using a different parts of your chest, or also you are engaging more shoulders, for example. So the first thing we will do is the pressing movement. We will do the incline dumbbell press. So what we want to think about when you lay down, first thing, you do not want to keep your dumbbells straight. Always position them to a 45-degree angle, okay? So when you think about that way, that would be the position from the top. You do not want to have the straight grip, but you want to position the dumbbells to 45-degree angle, and also your elbows will go to the 45-degree angle, okay? Avoid doing this. That's what we can see many times. Instead of your chest, you will be engaging more of your traps and your shoulders as well, and also will get your arms to the very uncomfortable position when you will be hitting more of your shoulder joint, which can also then increase the chance of the injury and also pain in the long term. I see that many times, like for example the guys, they do this the same on they are pushing the arms back when they are training their shoulders. You can get injured on the spot, but also in the long term if you keep repeating the same mistake. You will start with the dumbbells, not above your head but above your chest. Okay, so if that would be the view from the top, and now in a 45-degree angle you will try to get that stretch in your chest. Okay, you should be feeling your chest here, not your traps and your shoulders. Okay, so let's get to that. I'll take some dumbbells. First, I'll just lay down. Now arch your back. This will be fine for your lower back. You should not be feeling any pain. Of course, you do not want to arch it too much and excessively, but just keep that nice arch and push the chest up. Now we'll start in the top position. Again, remember, you don't want to have the dumbbells too high, but keep them above the chest and position to 45-degree angle, okay? And now, breathing in, keeping the chest up, push the chest high as much as you can and drive down to create that stretch in your chest muscles. Again, breathe in, stretch, push the chest up and squeeze up, You squeeze from the bottom, not at the top, because at the top you do not have that much of the tension. Remember that the more range of motion is not always the better. So if you would try to go down, many times you can see girls and many of my clients as well try to go down, and that's why you lose the tension in your chest. You want to go as low as you can, but only when you have the full stretch in your chest, okay, not lower. Keep the tension always. Breathe in. You can even hold to feel it better and drive up. Second movement pattern will be chest fly. Again, we will have the same position with the elbows and your humerus. So again, we want to achieve that 45-degree angle, not driving up here. Again, not good position for your shoulder joints. So try to keep your shoulders down and relaxed. And starting again above your chest and driving your elbows down to the floor. The difference between the pressing movement and the fly movement is that when you do the press, you bend the elbows and drive them down to the floor. This will be the movement where you can load more weight because you will be stronger in position compared to the flying movement when you need to keep your arms slightly straighter but not with the locked elbows. Okay, do not lock them, try to keep them relaxed. And now as you go down, imagine that you're flying, so you want to go down as much as you can. Again, get that nice stretch in your chest and drive the elbows slightly down but not bending them. Normally you would want to start with around 2-3 kilograms for the chest fly. With the pressing movements, it really depends on your experience with exercising. If you've done some exercises previously or you are complete beginner and you're kind of weaker, then you should start probably with 4 and then move on to the 5 kilograms. So for the chest fly, you will be always loading slightly slower, more conservative, because it's way harder. If you load too heavy weight, you will be struggling to achieve that stretch at the bottom and you will start cheating. I'll get to this position. In this case, you will not be keeping 45-degree angle, but instead you will have neutral grip. And now with straighter arms, but not locked, you will drive down and drive the elbows to the floor. Contract. Again, breathe in, open up the chest, arch, and squeeze from the bottom. Again, on the top, you do not have the tension, so focus on that bottom position. You can even pause and then squeeze from the bottom. Again, breathe in, chest up. Mind that I'm not going back, okay? Keep the elbows in the 45-degree angle, just next to your body. Go as low as we can, just without losing that tension in the chest. You can see how I'm shaking as well, okay? So try, keep that stretch and squeeze, and that's how you do the chest fly. I definitely recommend starting with the dumbbells, whether you will do the pressing or fly movement, just so you can learn nicely that position and you can use slightly lighter weight. And then when you will be more comfortable with these movements, you can move on to the cables or resistance machines. Also, the difference between the dumbbells and the machines is that the resistance is different. You will have the most stretch at the bottom because of the gravity, okay? So whether you do fly or you do dumbbells, most of the tension will be always in that stretch position. However, if you use certain resistance machines or the cables, you can also have that contraction at the top. You would normally want to train both your chest in the stretch position, but also when you contract at the top. Well, now we will move on to the resistance machines, and I will show you how to do these movements on those as well. All right, so we have the pec deck machine. This will be exactly the same position as the dumbbell chest fly, as we mentioned already. However, in this case, you will train your chest both in the stretch position, but also you will have more tension at the top of the movement compared to the dumbbell chest fly. You will also do that in the seated position. You can do also the reverse fly. It will be basically similar movement, but the opposite way. But because we are training the chest, we want to set it the way that we can do the chest fly, the same position. What we want to do first is to set these arms a bit, let's say here. You can just try that first with a very light weight, and then after that you will see what is the good position for you. Never use the machine with already the load you would kind of want to use. First, just put very light machine, try the position, adjust your seat, and after you can put the actual load you want to use. So I will go kind of here, you can go to 3, 4, it really depends on the machine as well. And the seat is really tricky because some machines are that you need to put it quite high. You do not want to have the arms here because again it's not a good position for the shoulder joint, and also you would engage your traps and your shoulders more. So what you want to do is having your humerus at the 45-degree angle, so when you stretch you can open up the chest. What we want to achieve, elbows at 45-degree angle. When you go up, squeeze your chest together, and when you go down, breathing, keep the chest up, arch your back and get that stretch at the bottom. You don't want to go too far because first of all it will be quite uncomfortable for you, and also you might lose the tension in your chest. You might start engaging the delts instead. Okay, so I will just put that more in the front. Here I would go to 3 and let's go. So open up the chest and now squeeze, extend your arms and squeeze your chest together. Stretch and contract. Stretch, slight bend, drive the elbows back and contract. Chest press on the machines will have a little bit different resistance. So again, in the top position you will have more tension compared to the dumbbells. There are really different kind of machines you can do. You can do sometimes incline. Some of the machines are flat, so it really depends. Some of them are plate loaded and some of them are pin loaded, so you can just choose the weight you want to use. Remember the same positioning, elbows kind of more 45-degree angles, so we need to first set up what feels good for us, but I would say, yeah, we can go slightly higher. Okay, higher, so that should be good. So the lightweight first, with a bit wider grip. Good. Still, this machine doesn't have as much, I can't go so far, but it's okay. This focuses a little bit more on the stretch. Breathe in and make sure that you push down. Stretch, chest up. You can also use slightly wider grip. Depends how you feel comfortable. So that's how you training the chest on different machines. Again, there are different grips, different type of machines, so it really depends what you have available in your gym. So that's it for this video, guys. I really wanted to clear some information on this topic and also encourage you to add a few exercises and a couple of sets to your training routine. I will repeat that you do not need to necessarily focus on developing and growing your chest. However, it will be always just beneficial to you to add a little bit of these movements to your training. So please do not be scared of training your chest. It will not make you to look like a man. It will not make you to lose fat from that area. It really depends on your body fat stores and your genetics as well, unfortunately. But at least you know that you should be training your chest on a regular basis. I would recommend you to add probably 1-2 exercises every upper body workout. I don't think there is any need for you to do the full chest day, okay, like the guys do. They really want to develop their chest and grow the muscles, but as us women, we do not need that, and especially you can't even see those muscles there very much. So instead of doing the full day of the heavy chest work, I would just recommend you to really add 2, 3, 4 exercises per week to your routine, and trust me, you will be feeling so much better. It will help you to improve your posture, your overall health as well, and of course your confidence. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a like, share with your friends if you know that someone would find it helpful as well. And if you have any questions, as usual, just leave them in the comment section and I will be happy to answer them. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to do so you do not miss out any future videos. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!